Well, I fully support the drive to be carbon net zero by 2030, and in fact I spoke up on this measure in Diocesan Synod last time that it met in person. Climate change is one of the biggest issues we face as a church, and we have to be at the forefront of caring for God's creation. Looking at specific details of how we achieve that ambitious target, we would have to look at many different approaches, whether it would be heat pumps, whether it be solar panels, whether it be greater insulation for our church buildings, and I would look at any proposal that came forward and make sure that it had a robust business case behind it. Where there was a case that the offset in costs would be a good rate of return for money put in, I would support the use of central funds from diocese or church commissioners to achieve that, recognising that those funds do have other calls on them, so it would have to be seen as part of an investment and a good rate of return. But the other thing I'd like to say is that we shouldn't just get trapped in thinking in our own little parochial boxes, but we can think more widely. And this is me speaking with my experience having worked in a diocesan property department before. The Church of England is one of the biggest landowners in the country, whether that's glebe land held at diocesan level or investment land held by the church commissioners. And how land is used is a really key part of our response to climate change. And as a major landowner, this is something which the Church of England has a real trump card that it can bring to the table that many individuals can't bring. So we do need to think quite widely and outside the box and as a whole church as to how we can do our bit to tackle climate change.